Good morning, YouTube. Whew, I'm awake today. And I need some coffee. I was going through my little notebook trying to figure out what I should talk about today. Yeah, even though it seems like I'm just random, I plan stuff. Okay. I figure I'd talk about college, school, student loans. If you don't have to get a student loan, if you can think of anything else to pay for your college education, please do so. I graduated from high school in 1994. I started going to college that fall. It's like I've been going to college on and off since then. The last time I was enrolled was, I think, what year is this? 2012. 2010 was the last time I went to school. I have gone to school for some of everything because I never really knew what I wanted to do growing up. I mean, when teachers would ask me what I wanted to be, I would say I wanted to be a teacher, which was partly true. I like helping people. I like showing people how to do stuff. You know what I'm saying? But children are bad. Children are bad, and I figured that out. Because my last couple of years in high school, I got the opportunity to work. I think 11th grade I worked in the library. 12th grade I worked in the attendance office. Now I didn't get paid or nothing. This was voluntary. But it taught me something about the overall picture of children. Children are crazy. And I was going to school with kids my age. You know, I was there with kids my age. And kids are crazy. So that's another story. I get into that another day. But I figured I didn't really want to be a teacher. And I thought about being a secretary at the school. And then I kind of changed my mind about that. I really thought about being a librarian, though, because I put in an application at the public library a couple of times. And I guess I suck at I was sucking at filling out applications, or I just had no qualifications at all in their eyes. So I never got the job, at the library, at the public library. The first time I went to college, it was for nursing. I figured, I did pretty good in biology. I did pretty good in chemistry. I could be a nurse. And plus, my aunt, my dad's sister, is a nurse. And my grandmother, my dad's mom, used to work in a hospital. She wasn't a nurse or anything. She was like I guess she was a medical assistant. There probably wasn't a term back then. Something about bedpans or something. But I figured, I'm like, okay, they can do it, I can do it too. And plus I had another aunt on my mom's side, my mom's sister, who was a nurse. I mean, well, she was going to school to be a nurse. Only thing about her is it took her 6 years to finish this 2-year college. And I was like, I'm smarter than her, you know what I'm saying? Because I graduated from high school, number 7 in my class, you know, of 100 and whoever. So maybe 200, I don't know. But I figured, hey, I'm smarter than her. I'm going to be better than her. Man, I got in that doggone, it was like biology and chemistry mixed together. Have mercy. It's something about, man, that was like a shock to me, a culture shock to me. Not a culture shock, I don't know what you call it. But like I say, I graduated number 7, so I was always one of the smartest people in my school. And so when I went to college, I'm in there with a whole bunch of other smart folks. There was 7, 5, 3, 2, 1, you know, in their class, you know, and they were a whole lot better at science than I was. Because even though I got, you know, A's and stuff, but in high school, I kind of skated back because I really didn't get the full understanding of a lot of that stuff, but I did enough to get an A. But them folks were smart, man, and you know, we be in class and we be discussing that stuff, and they just knew it, and I was like, what they talking about? So I took a couple of tests. And unsurprisingly, I failed them. And I'm like, And see, the thing is, I had gotten a scholarship to go to college because of my ranking. And only thing was, they only paid for my tuition. They didn't pay for my books. And I was working at Wendy's, and I barely had enough money to keep my car running. And I think I was staying with Daddy there. Yeah, I was staying with Daddy there, so he really didn't charge me not rent because I was going to school. But nursing, I figured out nursing wasn't for me, and I hate that I kind of messed up my little scholarship, you know, trying to do something, you know, that I couldn't do. Anyway, I ended up leaving that school, going to another one, which was like a business college more so than a college, a community college. It was like a business school. And that's when I switched to business administration, which was it was a better fit. a better fit. Man, so much better. I did well. I did very well in that. I almost finished. It's just financially I could barely pay for that, and that's when I started getting student loans. Student loans suck, man. Student loans suck. Suck rotten eggs. Because at that school, this is what it was. Okay. I think I was 19. I was 19 when I started going to that school for business administration. And of course, if you know anything about filling out financial aid papers, you know, to determine if you can get a grant or if you got to get loans or whatever, you know, they're gonna ask you about your household income, meaning your income plus your parents. At that time, I was staying with my dad, who was a truck driver, who made a whole lot of money in my eyes. And obviously in their eyes too, because I had to get loans. I couldn't get no grant. I didn't even qualify for any grants. because I was working and I was living with him, and he was a truck driver. He owned his own truck, so you can imagine. I kept thinking like, man, I need to go back and stay with my mom for a minute, at least till I get enrolled, so I can say, truthfully say that, she didn't have, was she working there? I'm trying to think, nope, she wasn't working there. And so she was just getting food stamps and welfare and stuff. So, hey, if I had to use her, I could have got all kind of grants, but I didn't, I decided not to. And I left and then went back, and I almost, like I said, the second time I almost finished the program, but that's when my mom died. That's another vlog. I'm gonna get into that. I'm just not ready for that yet, because I might cry and I need to be parked somewhere. So, excuse me. So, my mom died when I was 20, right before my 21st birthday. So I was through with college at that time. I didn't want to go to no college because I couldn't think straight. I'm like, I'm going to work and take care of myself. So, I started working full time, working 2 jobs, whatever. Then I decided to go back to school when I was 25. I think I was either 25 or 26, and it was right after a really bad breakup. Really bad breakup. There's another vlog too. I'll get into that. Even though I done been with all kind of fools, he was the worst. He was the worst. That time, I went to school for computer technology. I got, I finished this. First I got a certificate, and then I got my, I kept going, then I got my associate's degree in information technology. That was back between 2004 and 2006. I finished in 2006. And of course, since then, I had been trying to get into our IT department at work. No luck. and what's funny is the fact that before I had Donovan, I was willing to relocate. Actually, I did relocate for a short period of time back in 2006, but it wasn't for an IT job, even though I was still in the market for an IT job. I actually went for just a regular tax examiner job in Philadelphia. I stayed there approximately 6 weeks and I moved back home because cost of living is astronomical in Philadelphia in comparison to Memphis. So I, hopped in my Malibu and chugged on back down to Memphis. Well, where I could get a house, a 3-bedroom house, for the same amount of money I was paying for 1 room that I had to share with 5 more peoples. I mean, the house, I shared the house with like 5. I think it was 5 people stayed there. May have been 6. I'm not sure. It was a huge house. Huge house. But I only had 1 room. And like I said, the same amount I paid up there was what I paid for a 3-bedroom house here. So I came home. Plus I missed the mess out of my folks. Like soon as I came back, while I was there, I was getting interviews, and all this is, with IRS offices, you know what I'm saying, all over the country. And I was getting telephone interviews from different cities, and you know, some were IT departments, some were regular taxes owner departments. And just so happened when I came back home from Philly, I got a call from Wichita, Kansas, and they were offering me an IT job. And Lord knows, even though I blew all my money, you know, because they didn't pay for relocation, but I met some nice friends up there, and they at least gave me gas money to get home. And you know, of course, I used my last check from up there to get home, you know, to get straight or whatever. And of course, I came back home to my daddy. Thanks, Dad. Anyway, it's like soon as I got home from from Philly, Wichita called saying come there. I was going to go there, but I was like, well, is this gonna be a year's assignment? Because, you know, because I've heard that a lot of those positions are just like, you know, you come and work, you know, 3 months, 6 months, like that, and they send you back where you came from. And, you know, if I hadn't gone to Philadelphia, I probably would have took a 3 or 6 month assignment, you know, somewhere else. But by me having already gone, you know, gotten it, move out of town thing out of my system, I was going to go somewhere that I wanted to be, in a job I wanted to be in, and, you know, at least for a year, to get that year's experience. And then, you know, that'll make me more marketable when I apply for permanent positions. But they told me they couldn't guarantee that I would be there a year. And I was like, thanks but no thanks. But I was just, you know, trying to figure out now. And before that offer, I at least got to the interview stage, even though they didn't ask me to come there. But I got an interview for an IT job in New Carlton, Maryland. And only thing I didn't have programming skills, because my training was geared more towards installing, breaking down the computer, put it back together, install the software on it, stuff like that. And I never did get into the programming aspect of it, meaning, okay, it's already built, teach it how to do something, you know what I'm saying? I never got into that aspect, so that's what I was missing, and that's why I didn't get that job in New Carlton. But the job in Wichita wanted that, but they couldn't guarantee me the year, so I didn't go there. But, you know, my thing was, okay, if I can get interviewed and or offered a job, you know, still with the government, you know, in other cities, how come I've never gotten to the interview stage here in Memphis, and I just don't understand it. I'm like, it's I'm the same person, the same credentials. Why is it that, you know, I never even got to the interview stage? And, you know, I'm thinking like, okay, well, maybe we got a whole lot of, you know, better qualified people down here, this and this and that. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but dang, that you know, it's just some shade about that. It's just some shade about that. Because I would have felt better about at least getting the interview, even if I never got chosen. At least get an interview. But I never got an interview for an IT job here. So, I have kind of given up, and I kind of haven't. You know, thinking about that. But, you know, of course, I got other things that I've been thinking about as far as career-wise. And after being, you know, frustrated of not getting an IT position here in Memphis, I switched gears. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna focus on my non-tax related idea of a job, and that was my writing at the time. Because even though I was crafting then, I was making scrapbooks and greeting cards and stuff like that, I didn't see a way of actually making a living from that. Even though a lot of people was like, oh, you need to start your own greeting card line, or however you say it. And, you know, I was like, I don't know about that. I'm good at designing the card, but, you know, the poetry or the words that I use are not conducive to family oriented cards. You know. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to school one more again. Yes, I said one more again. And for creative writing. And that was the school I went to. I started in 2009. And I actually signed up for a 4 years for the first time. 4 years. Because everything else was 2 years. But the first time, 4 years, I said, I'm going to go 4 years. And by then, of course, I had my son, and it was hard. And, you know, at first, you know, I was like, okay, I'm going to take 2 classes online and 2 classes on campus. And that actually worked out for 2 semesters. Even though some of them times I end up dropping a class here and there. And there's more student loan money. I had a little bit of a grant because I was a single mother, some kind of program they had going. And thank God my good government job paid for a lot of it too. But they only pay for 2 classes. They pay for, you know, the tuition and, well, yeah, they pay for the tuition and the books for 2 classes. And the other 2 I had to pay for myself. Well, student loans paid for. I haven't paid them yet. But, I ain't supposed to do that. Anyway, it's just, you know, like I said, I only went 2 semesters. You know, I did pretty good, you know. And the only reason why I just stopped going was because of car problems. And, you know, I was getting a ride. Lee was taking me. He was taking me to work. And, you know, he was taking me to work. He was taking Don to my dad's house. Like, you know, I was. Okay, anyway, he used to take Don to my dad's house, and then he would bring me to work, and then he would pick me up from work and take me to go get Don and then take me home. And I mean, he did this for at least 2 months. I think it was like 2 months. And, you know, I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to just be asking him, well, take me to school and take me here and take me there. Because even on the weekend, you know, I would call somebody else. I would call my daddy, or I would call D. Anyway, I'm gonna tell y'all about D one day. I just ain't ready yet. But anyway, Lee was, you know, He was good to me, but I ain't want to just, you know, dog him out like that. So I stopped going to the university. And I still look back at all these student loans that I've gotten. And my dad was like, girl, you know, because he wanted me to do the computer technology thing, which is kind of what I want to do too. You know, between that and writing. But he was like, you know, my dad was like, girl, you just done wasted your time and your money, whatever, doing this, and you still don't have a job in it. And see, what I keep trying to tell him, you know, if I don't want to leave my good government job to go somewhere else and have to start all over. You know, if I know I can go somewhere else and at least make, I say, a third of what I make here, I think I can handle it. But I'm thinking if I go somewhere else, I'm only gonna get half of what I make. Y'all know I wasn't good at math. I wanted to say right. But anyway, I want to be able to get as much, you know, I want to be able to make as much as possible. Just say, if I make $25 now, an hour, I would go somewhere for like maybe $15 or $20 an hour, but I don't want to go somewhere for $10 an hour. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I'm thinking that's gonna be the going thing, $10 an hour, maybe 12. If they give me 15, I might be like, all right, I'm coming, you know. But then the benefit aspect. Why the fuck blowing that horn? Don't you see how these cars going? People can't drive. Oh shit. Anyway, I ain't these folks made me lose my train of thought. But yeah, I wouldn't want to go somewhere else and get half of what I make now. You know what I'm saying? But shoot, let me try to go. Since folks behind me act like they impatient, they see all these cars going, they think I'm supposed to run into the folks, I guess. I don't know what the fuck folks think about. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. Folks just got me irate. I got road rage. But that's another block too. Man, I ain't gonna say that. Be quiet. But shoot, I gotta give me something to eat too. I'm hungry. I ate a little burrito for lunch. That was not good. I mean, it was good, but that wasn't enough. I'm a big girl. I need more than that little thing. But sometimes I just feel like, you know, like my daddy say, I just feel like I done went to all these different schools, and you know, I've learned a whole lot. I wouldn't give nothing for the knowledge that I've acquired, but it's just like I just blew a whole lot of money, you know, and I'm gonna be paying student loans the rest of my life. And man, it's just something else though. So if you, man, tell your kids, man, tell your nieces and nephews, do whatever they can to keep from getting a loan. I mean, it's terrible, man. It's terrible. And I think they say Obama working on something to kind of relieve some of the burden of the student loans or whatever. I'm not sure of the details. I'm thinking that, you know, because right now it's just mostly, hey, we'll give you a deferment, which I get deferments anyway, you know, where I won't have to pay, you know, payments for, you know, up to a year or whatever. I do that anyway. But I'm thinking it's supposed to be something else going on. Maybe we're going to try to forgive some of the dead or whatever. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I have to do some more research on that. But man, that's the worst thing you could ever do. Get them doggone student loans. Today at work was uneventful. It was pretty uneventful. I didn't get mad at anyone. I didn't talk bad to anyone, and that was a good thing. The only thing I'm upset about, and this has nothing to do with work, but I'm kind of upset because I left my cell phone at home. At least I'm hoping it's at home. I hope I didn't drop it anywhere. But you know, I don't talk on the phone a lot. I'm not a telephone person. Only reason why I even have a cell phone is because of the emergencies, of course, just in case something happened to my dad or my son or something. But I be on Facebook a lot. I be on Twitter a lot. Not a lot. I be on Facebook and YouTube more than I be on Twitter. I used to be on Twitter a lot, but you know, YouTube kind of filled that void. But other than that, I have an app on my phone that I can play music from. And, you know, I can go in and download a certain song and just play it. You know, I don't have to worry about no commercial breaks and all this stuff. And I left my phone at home. And I'm sad. Gotta give me something to eat. Hold on. Okay. Let me get a McDouble and a sweet tea. Okay. Yeah, that dollar menu. That dollar menu. And the money for no high class fast food.
And have trouble sleeping.
Tricking on the sprite, got lean all day. I'm an astronaut, better trust my people. Fish, sharing that parking lot, leave man, too bad. Then I got him out of man. The way I made the word was still calling man. Sipping on the purple, in the other drinking man. Voila, magic, voila.
I hate listening to the radio. They play bull. I ain't play bull scrap. I don't know what kind of drive these people drive.
Hello.
Hey. Thank
Right
you.
there.
Yes, sir. See the big old tea I get for $1? I hope it's good. First time I got tea from McDonald's, their tea was not sweet, and I was highly upset. And that was like a year ago, and I ain't get tea no more from them until today. So I'm hoping it's good. Yes. Let's turn this crap off. Yes, I like this tea. McDonald's tea. And first time, man, they cheat me on my sugar. Good this time, boy. A little McDouble, my dollar McDouble. 2 pieces of meat, 2 pieces of cheese. But nothing really spectacular happened today at work. But you know, I ain't gonna hold y'all, cause I'm finna stuff my face. I'm finna stuff my face, and I don't want y'all looking all in my mouth and stuff while I'm trying to eat stuff. So I'ma end this, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Well, later today, cause I gotta do my gift to hand video. Yeah, me and my boy gonna do my gift to hand video later on. So I'm gonna holler at y'all later on. That's it. Thanks for watching Susie QZ. Peace.